Welcome to Practical Statistics for Nursing using SPSS. This video shows how to process the paired t-test. You can watch the entire video or use the time slider to navigate directly to any time point. In a one-group design, we can administer a pretest to establish a baseline score for each participant, then carry out the treatment, and finally, we'd administer a post-test to each participant using the same instrument that was used for the pretest. The paired t-test will assess the pretest and the post-test scores of each participant to compute means and the p-value. If the p is less than or equal to 0.05, this would indicate that a statistically significant difference has been detected between the pretest and the post-test, suggesting that the treatment was effective. A p-value that's greater than 0.05 would indicate that there is no statistically significant difference between the pretest and the post-test, suggesting that the treatment was ineffective. The paired t-test has one pretest criteria, normality of differences. We'll check for this prior to running the paired t-test. This example uses the dataset CH09 example 01 paired Test.sav. This dataset contains three variables. Initials is a string variable that contains the initials of each participant. Pretest is a continuous variable containing the mean number of cigarettes each participant smoked per day prior to treatment. And posttest is a continuous variable containing the mean number of cigarettes each participant smoked per day after the treatment. Before running a paired t-test, we need to check that the differences between the post-test scores and the pretest scores are normally distributed. This is a two-step process. First, we'll have SPSS generate a variable that represents the difference between the post-test and the pretest score for each case. Then, we'll order a histogram with normal curve on that variable to assess for normality. We'll have SPSS calculate a new variable, which we'll call diff, which will contain the difference between the post-test score and the pretest score for each participant. Click on Transform, Compute Variable. In the target variable, enter the new variable name, diff. In numeric expression, enter post-test minus pretest, and click OK. Now order a histogram with normal curve for diff. Click on Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies. Move diff to Variables and click Charts. Select histogram with normal curve. Click Continue. Click OK, and it'll process. The symmetrical curve on the histogram shows a normal distribution for diff. Hence, this criterion is satisfied. To run a paired t-test, click on Analyze, Compare Means, Paired Samples t-test. Move pretest into variable 1 and posttest into variable 2. Click OK, and it'll process. The paired sample statistic table shows a mean of 29.40 for the pretest and 28.80 for the posttest. The paired samples test table shows a p-value of 0.010. Since this is less than 0.05, this suggests that there is a statistically significant difference between the pretest and the posttest scores. This concludes this video.